effort to preserve our heritage is a vital link to our cultural, educational, aesthetic, inspirational, and economic legacies. All the things that quite literally make us who we are. So, Mabuhay, Filipinos! So today we are here to appreciate the historic preservation, aesthetic, artistic, and historical values of heritage in one province and its culture. But before that, let me welcome first my mom, who will going to share her thoughts about her hometown culture and heritage tourism. So, what was the name of the town, province that you live?
Batangas.
Where your province name came from?
The first recorded name of the province was Kumintan, after the Datu who inherited the dominion from Datu Balinsusa. Its century, the present-day Balayan, was the most progressive town of the province and the traditional center of governance. Later, as the eruption of the Taal volcano destroyed a significant portion of the town, the provincial center was transferred to Taal, which was then called Bonbon, and the name of the province was changed after that of the town. So, the term Batangan means a raft the people used so that they could fish in that nearby Taal Lake.
So, are you happy and proud that you are from Batangas?
Yes, of course.
So, can you share one heritage site in your province?
I can share one heritage site in our province is Basilica of the Immaculate Conception. That was the name of the church found in Batangas City. The church on the site had been rebuilt several times since the construction of the first church in 1581 under Augustinian pastor Father Diego Mojica. 20 years after the first church was built, in 1601, the foundation for the second church was made, but the church itself was constructed from 1682 to 1781. The second church, however, was demolished 179 years later for the third church, the rise of which was made possible through the efforts of Father Pedro Cuesta. On February 13, 1948, Pope Pius XII granted the church a basilica status.
For you, what makes it unique?
The basilica's lack of color. That is something refreshing for me since most of the churches I had visited before had its interiors heavily painted by colorful, vibrant images and patterns. To me, that's what makes it stand out and gives its character.
How about the culture and values in Batangas? Also the custom and beliefs of every Batangueñas.
About the culture and values in Batangas, also the customs and beliefs of every Batangueñas. One custom in the culture is the so-called matanda sa dugo, or older by blood. We have a practice wherein one gives respect not because of age, but of consanguinity. During the early times, the custom of having very large families is very common. Thus, it may be expected that someone's uncle could be of the same age or even younger than himself. In this case, the older one would call the younger one in an honorary title such as Tio or simply Kuya if you can. No longer establish their relationship. We also tend to live in a large extended family. It is but common that a piece of land remains undivided until the family connection becomes too far off related. Marriages between two relatives of the fifth generation is still restrained in our culture, even if Philippine laws allow it. Most of Batangueños are either farmers or fishers who sell their own products in the market. also known for being religious, where devotees pay respect in such a way that they make rituals like dances and chants to please them. One of these is the Passion, in which it is a common sight to hear these chants during the Lenten season, a religious act still practiced today. Batangueño love his cock and fighting cock. It is almost everywhere in the province. We also believe in supernatural creatures and in amulets or known as anting-anting. Additionally, we are also known for our unique affectation of often placing the particles "i" or "ga", usually as a marker of stress on the sentence at the end of our spoken sentences or speech. For example, "Ayoe! Ano gare?"
What biggest cultural festivals that every Batangueños love to celebrate?
We have many cultural festivals, but the most famous is the Sublian Festival.
When and how, also why Batangueños celebrate it? In short, what makes it unique?
Sublian is a festival celebrated in Batangas City, the capital of the province of Batangas. It is a 2-week-long festival that culminates every July 23, coinciding with the city's foundation day. The Sublian is celebrated in honor of the town's patron saint, the Holy Cross in Bawan and the Bonsilio, and the Santo Niño in Batangas City. The locals' religious devotion is translated to a dance during the festival. They perform the subli to the beat of the drums and chant. Today, the Sublian Festival features not just devotionally dance and song, numbers, but also awesome street dancing, performances, indigenous Filipino games, harana, dalupakan, awitan, at sayawan.
What do you consider the traditional music and dance where you are from?
Batangueños have always been visible in the Philippine music scene. Musicologists identify Batangas as the origin of the Kumintan. From the ancient Kumintang, another vocal music emerged, identified as the awit. The huluna, a song like lullaby, is also famous in some towns, especially Bawan. We also have the alitaktak and subli.
How about the food? What type of food the Batangas are proud of?
The food that is famous in our place here in Batangas are bulalo, goto, adobo sa dilaw, lomi, sinaing na tulingan, pansit tikiano or known as orange na pansit, pastillas na langka, kalderetang kambing, tamales, labong, and pakaskas.
In terms of the product, what Batangas can offer?
The product that you can find and love here in Batangas are known for its fun night called balisong by the natives. This industry has become so famous that an urban legend exists about every Batangueño carrying a balisong everywhere they go. Pineapples are also common in my province. Aside from the fruit, the leaves are also useful that it becomes an industry of its own. The pineapple leaves are being processed to be a kind of cloth known as the busi. This is further processed to become the barong Tagalog, the national costume of the Philippines. As mentioned, Batangueños culture are indeed fan of drinking. This is of no surprise as it lies in what is called the coconut belt, that is the raw material for the local liqueurs, the lambanog. Sugar is also a major industry. This also means that Batangas is also a home for a wide industry of sweets. Rice cakes are also a strong industry. Kapeng Barako. Although Batangas has already lost its distinction as Asia's largest producer of coffee, this industry is still thriving, especially with the boast of coffee shops all over the country. Blankets and mosquito nets are also widely available anywhere in the province.
Thank you so much for today and sitting down to being interviewed, and it's been great to learn more about Batangas. A nation's culture resides in the hearts of the soul of its people. I hope you learned something new today, that heritage tourism and culture is a strong part of people's lives. It influences our views, values, humor, hopes, loyalties, worries, and fears. Lots of problems can arise from misunderstandings, especially because we live in a multicultural world. By learning and understanding different cultures, you understand why people do things the way they do. When you identify with other people, you sympathize with their situation.
You're a strawberry cake.